right. Welcome, welcome, welcome. We are back. Finally, couple day break here. But yeah, we're back. We're back to streaming. I have a little bit of an idea of what I want to work on, and it's mostly fun stuff. We have added in this guy here on our last stream, which is nice. He just kind of follows a loop right now, which is not anything crazy. He just literally goes somewhere and then turns into a cave and then gets up and then does it again. But one thing he does have is, or one thing we have is adaptive meshes, navigation meshes, which is really nice. We'll need to figure out a good way of scaling that and hey, Balicha, what's up? Scaling it and figuring out just like a sustainable system, because we're going to have multiple different agent sizes. We're going to have big guys like this. We're going to have small little creatures. We're going to have some creatures that maybe don't need pathfinding. I don't know. But that can all wait for another time. At least right now when I build. Oops. You shouldn't be able to build underground. But when you build, it actually adjusts the navigation mesh so they won't step on your buildings, which is nice. I think that's good. How's the game been going? It's been going good. Oh, one thing real quick. Let me make sure I have my links posted in the Discord. But yeah, good to see you again, Balicha. Yeah, it's going good. I have a busy couple weeks coming up, so I'm gonna have to take a little break from streaming. Let me publish that. Okay. But the progress on this project has just been huge. We have a lot that is at least in its demo form working correctly. Like the save system, it works. We need to do multiple saves and stuff, but we do have saving. That's nice. And it's good enough for the demo. We have our build system. We don't have any gathering yet, so gathering will come soon. But we have the vibes definitely are coming together. You know, I really like the look of this, and this is mostly still like placeholder terrain and trees and stuff, so I'm happy with it. I like this guy. I'm gonna try to find the Blender file for the light neck creature and for some other creatures that really I want to have in this game. I might make it so they all just kind of use the same navigation mesh to start with, because I don't really know how to do it otherwise. But yeah. Yeah, I love this guy. We haven't even added the moss to him yet. And we could definitely work on his animations. And we could add more sounds to him. But yeah. One thing I want to do. Let's go to Blender. One thing I've wanted to make was a light wand, which is literally like kind of like how honestly it's just a wand that shoots little light particles. Maybe it has some other use in the world, but I'm gonna change potentially a lot of the tools to like wands, like magic wands. Maybe even the hammer, to where it's like you're magically building instead of just using the hammer and swinging it. Cancel. Whoops. Let's go edit mode. Here. Let's do maybe something like this. Let's go like this. Let's scale this in a bit too. Okay, we got a little basic wand here. Light wand. Save that. Okay. Let's go ahead and add a material to it. Just give it that for now. Okay, go back here, and then we're going to create a new tool and a new item, which will then need a new icon. We do have a lot of stuff here that, yeah. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Items. Is this all of my resources? Yeah. Tools. We're going to do a new one. Create new resource item. This is going to be a light wand. Type equipable. Yes. Light wand. Texture. Let's do a quick load. Stone icon, I guess, for now. We can do the mesh later. Collision shape, max stack size, 1, craft time, required items. We're gonna do quick load, wood, value of 1. Save that. Icons, yep. Now I need to go and do my scenes. Equipables. We have tools. Create new scene. This is going to be a light wand. Extends what? What is light? What does torch extend? Equipable. Equipable. And we're going to do class name light wand. Let's go to torch right here. Copy. Whoops. We're just going to do this. Copy. Light wand is going to have this item left click action. We'll do a side swing. Audio.play, which means we should probably do this. Copy. Paste. We go here. Type gather build weapon placeable special. Special. Equipable name. We're going to do light wand. Here we can do a quick load of the light wand resource. Perfect. Animation. Don't need one, but the audio, we're going to do tool sound. Okay. Now let's go to our, where is it? Lightwand.blend. We can go here. Meshes. Saved file, path, assets, 3D. Tools. light, wand, mesh. Save that. And here, use external. We're gonna do main wood, or actually supports wood. Okay. Re-import. Okay, nice. Now we have that resource. So now we can go to our light here. We can throw the mesh in there. Sick. And then I think in our crafting menu, let's just make it so we can build. Craft tab basic. We can go here. Quick load, light, wand. Okay, save that. So in our basic crafting thing, that works there. We'll see if something's probably gonna break. Light wand, okay. Broke, equipable, instantiate on a null value. We do not have our scene. Light wand needs our scene. Item scene path. Copy path. Paste. Save. Okay, let's try this again. Then we'll make an icon after. Uh-oh, what's going on? Where's my mesh? Oh, duh. My light wand doesn't have my mesh. Okay, we need to instantiate this. Go to 3D. I believe that should be the same as, like, stone hammer should be... Okay, it's slightly down, so we'll do that. Like that. We'll do it like that. Something's probably going to break every time I touch anything. Yep. I need to refactor all my core code every time I touch it. It breaks now. That's the next big project. Yeah. So I have pretty good systems in place. It's just there's a lot of things you have to remember whenever you add an item, which is, it's kind of tough because it's like, it's kind of inescapable. I have to have my item resource. I have to have my item mesh and materials. I need to have my item scene. I need to have all of my resource needs to have references to everything, and my scene needs to have references to the item, and like there is a lot of stuff. But it is nice because once you punch all those things in, it just works. Okay, we got our little wand. Nice. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have a little particle thing that shoots out and lights up the area. So we can go to our scenes. Effects and projectiles. Light, wand, projectile. Create a new scene. Do I do this as a character body? Light, wand, projectile. I think I'll just do a character body 3D. CPU particles 3D. Now what I can do is, well, let's do this. I gotta remember how to billboard these. Right here. Enable. Okay. Nice. Now the emission sphere radius is going to be 0.3. Collision shape, we'll do a collision shape, I guess. Sphere shape, 0.2. I think we can just do that. Okay. Light one, projectile, perfect. I'm gonna do class name, maybe projectile. At export var speed float equals let's do 15.0, I guess, something like that. And export var direction vector 3 equals vector 3 dot forward, I guess. Physics process, we're going to do equals speed times direction move and slide light wand. We're going to do a node 3D here, which is a projectile spawner. Okay, left click action, I'm going to do spawn projectile. And here we're going to do add export var. For now, we can just hard code it. We probably want to break this up a little bit eventually, but it's not really that big of a deal. So spawn projectile. And actually what we can do There's no static type. This is going to be a packed scene, right? Yeah. Okay. Var. Proj, which which is a projectile, equals light wand projectile dot new or instantiate. Okay, we'll do that, and then the light wand will have a timer. End life. Nope. Delete. Okay. Go here. This will have a timer. End life. Here we can go like this. Go to our signals, do timeout. Okay. We're just going to do a queue free. Here we're going to do a Omni Light 3D. This is going to have a color, kind of a bluish color. Okay. We're going to do 10 on the range. Okay. Light wand and the script, it needs to do a spawn projectile. We're gonna do proj dot direction equals projectile spawner. Global position equals global position. Okay, right here, our projectile spawner is going to be right there at the tip. Okay, let's give this a shot. Load game. Light wand. Let's save game. Load game. Okay. Hey, look at that. Okay. It's actually not bad. Light wand projectile. This end life needs to be a one shot and an auto start. Needs to be a wait time of like, let's say 3. Okay. Now you will notice they are all going in the same direction. Which means what we can do is we have anim keys.play side swing. Okay, but that's just for that. What we can do is we can actually just get the player camera. And we can say direction equals player dot camera dot global basis, I guess. Oh, dot z. Does that work, or does that then just make everything... Let's do negative basis. Oh, okay. Nice. Now the spawn is from here, right? It's from my wand, so it's obviously not like perfect accuracy. Don't really mind. One thing I could do is just make it. Let's see. Let me just try it with drop position. And see how that looks. Although I don't... Yeah, it still spawns up high when you do that. So drop position, not great, but what else is there? Let's just keep it where it is. I think this is fine. So now the thing that we're going to do here, we're going to say 25. GPU particles, we're going to do 16. Point 0.3. Okay, that's a little better. I like how they just move weirdly. Okay, I'm a big fan of this already. Let's make this 2 seconds, and let's make this 35. So they go further, but they disappear faster. And then I could do, on the GPU particles, let's do like -2. No, you know what? We don't need that on the... Well, we could do that on the particles. That's fine. We're going to say 0.5 on the lifetime. But the wand projectile is going to have velocity dot y. Let's do if is on floor. Not is on floor. Minus equals get gravity. Float. Where am I doing that? Gravity. Times delta. Oh, just velocity. Plus equals get gravity times delta. We're also not using delta here. Am I supposed to be? This will make it go really slow. We're not really consistent with how we use delta. Yeah, very slow. So let's just do speed here. If not is on floor. Oops. That's not really making them. Okay, we're just going to do velocity dot y minus equals 9.8. Okay, that's 0.98? Or is it 9.8 times delta? .98. Why does it seem like it just kind of keeps going? Speed times direction. It like falls a little bit right at the beginning. But then it seems like it just kind of keeps going. Not player dot is on floor. If not is on floor. Then we can do velocity. What was it again? Let's try this again. Okay, it just appears to like sort of not really work. but that's fine. Next thing we do, we go here. We do that. Then we go like this. Create a new material. This is going to be light. Save that. We go back to here. Go light wand dot blend. Weird. Okay. Oh, it's because we did not assign this. Okay, save. Now we go back here. There we go. Light, use external, yes. Actually, can't really do that. Let's do editable children here, so then we can go here, go into the surface material override, do a standard material. Albedo, we're gonna go bluish. We're gonna grab this, copy it, go to our emission enabled. We're gonna go here, do this. Okay, copy that, and then we're gonna save as materials, blue light. It's kind of the, yeah. Okay, and then we get rid of that, and then we can go back to our light wand.blend. We can go to light, we can do use external, go here, materials, blue light, open, re-import. Okay. There we go. They could probably use some work. We can do some work right now. Save that, go back here. There we go, now it looks a little more like a wand. It does look quite a bit green on the light. That's fine though. Man, that it would be sweet if it looked the same when it went underground. I mean, underwater. It does look kind of cool, but now I could do, hey, Obscure, what's up? I could do particle trails and all that. I've never really worked with that besides GPU particle trail, like the plugin. This is very fun to just play around with. Where did my big guy go? Oh, there you are. Way out there. It's kind of cool that this is like, in some ways, is like your only source of light. Oh, it's just so satisfying. I could just walk around and do this all day. Let's make them last 5 seconds. I could also just make these rigid bodies and have them apply an impulse. But I think this is kind of fine. And they don't need to have like real physics because it's literally just like a ball of light. I could also make them not slide as much. So slide on ceiling, minimum. Let's do like 90. Minimum angle where the body is allowed to slide when it encounters a slope. Let's do floating. See how this works. That's with 90 degree. Okay, that like stuck. That stuck. Okay. So I could make it more like 45. Save that. Nice. But anytime that it's yeah, so if it's like that, it'll slide. But you can also, you know, make it stick. So let's do like 35, I guess. Or I guess, no, we want to do like 65. So most of the time it's going to stick. But if you do like that. Yeah, I like that. Because the nice thing is then it like, you can actually like light up an area for a bit. Now I want to do, let's see, player, what do we have? Connection detect, item detect. Item detect has current focused item. We have current focused interactable. But what we could do, wait, what is item detect on? Item detect is on 5 and 5 items and interactables. So we could do something like a area 3D called interactable zone. I'm wondering, I mean, I may not do this. We'll see. Collision, blip, blip. Add a collision shape 3D. Sphere shape. Yeah, that's good enough. Area entered. If area is interactable. Let me see here. Like fire pit is interactable. We have placement type, interactable type, toggle. Okay. We have placeable, we have all of this. Handle pickup, okay, handle action. This is item left click action, okay, that's for like placing. But we can just run handle action. So we could just do if area dot parent is placeable, area dot parent dot handle action. var player. So when we do this, we need to do proj dot player equals player. Something like that, because I think we need player in that. We will see. Oh yeah, toggled it. Then we can toggle it again. Now this may not be something that we actually end up doing. But it is kind of cool. Problem is this interactable is there. So let's go to our light post. Interactable. Oh, transform. Let's do that and then. And actually, this collision shape I could make it a lot bigger, but let's see. The only thing is then when you walk up to it. So if I go down there, nothing happens, but if I go up there, okay. Then it does, and when I come up to this, it's like, nope. But if I do that, yeah. Huh. Look at that. I can open this from that far away because it's just doing the handle action. Can I open this? Does not look like it. Where's my small box? This is a placeable, interactable. The interactable parent is that. Handle action. Current focus interactable can't be null in the secondary inventory. Okay. But on our crafting table, this just does that. So we could do the same thing where I go. Oh, whoops. Something like that. So then when I do that, yeah, now that doesn't open that. But if I go over here. Okay, no, that breaks it too. Okay. So instead, what I can do is this doesn't have toggle. Light post has toggle. Okay. Fire pit has toggle. Method. Not parent. Area dot parent dot toggle. Nested if statements. Exactly what we want. As many as possible. There we go. But if I do that, nothing happens because it's not a toggle thing. But this has toggle. Nice. That's kind of cool. I mean, it is what it is. I don't know if I'll keep it, but it's just kind of cool. Kind of fun to play with. Let's see if I can snipe this from there. Come on. There we go. No, it is kind of fun. Now that I've done some vibe stuff, what else is there to do? I think we have a finished game here. We're good to go. We just release it to Steam, and then we're set. The gather system is kind of what I'm dreading. But it's mostly because I don't really know what I'm going to be doing for the gathering. You're not going to be chopping down trees. Starting to enjoy this playlist, honestly. It's not bad. Okay. What we need, square foundation. One thing I want to do is I've wanted to check and see if we can make this thing, make our animations a little better. So right now it does that, right? But we have all of this, right? Scale. Create. We now have scale on all of these. Now, what if I go like this? And keyframe that. Okay, it's all very linear. Okay. Let's see how that looks. Okay, it's not terrible, but what we clearly need is this. On scale, there we go. Balicha says, I'm very jealous how quickly you can get the animation thing working. Yeah, I've done this a few times already. So like on my build plugin, I had already done this and on my previous project. So I'm pretty used to doing it. That's not terrible. It's a little bit strange, but when you're just doing position and scale, it's not that big of a deal. I think one thing, I'm not a huge fan of the frame being animated. So let's go back to here. What do we have? Floorboard 4, 5, 6, and 7. Yeah. So for 4, 5, 6, and 7, in our build, we're just gonna get rid of these. 4, 5, 6, and 7. Save. Well, let's not do that, I guess. What we do is we take all of these. Okay. Just deleting the keyframes did not work, clearly, so. Leo, what's up? How you doing, man? I'll show you what I got running now. I don't know last time you were able to check in, but I have a save system working, so now we can save our progress on our builds. We have the large golem dude, rock golem guy. I also added this little wand that you can shoot little lights out of. It will also toggle certain things, although those lamps aren't toggleable. But like this, you can put the light out with it. I don't know if I'll keep that. It's just kind of fun. But yeah, we have this guy. He just kind of goes in a loop right now, and he, sits down and then stands back up and walks around. But I think this is nice. The thing is, I was thinking about having the hammer be a wand now. Like you build a magic wand. Maybe there's gathering wands. Maybe there's a building wand. But then we can mess with the not all of the animations need to change, but we can mess with them to give them more of like a growth or something. Like I'm almost wondering if we can slow that down a bit. Let's say we make it 1.0. Let's do this. We're going to grab all of these. Okay, that's not bad. Darth Blackman, what's up? How you doing? Good. I've had a lot of schoolwork, so I haven't been able to watch your stream so often. Game's looking really good. A lot of new things. Yeah, we're making good progress. Visually, vibe-wise, I think we're getting there. I might need to make some more coffee here in a sec. But we're definitely getting some good vibes going. Having the like loading and saving sort of figured out is nice. I think I am just going to do a building wand. I really like the idea of having everything, all your tools mostly being wands, like magic. Let's try a foundation here. Yeah, I like that. And we can tweak these things, make them a little better. But yeah, I think we do that. Hammer, which means that basically means our hammer resource needs to be called something else, maybe like a building wand or something. Blair, we need more gold. Yes, I should just add that. Anytime you need more wood, we need more wood. Oh, I love this guy though. I still haven't added like the moss and stuff, but we can work on his gameplay loop too. Like right now he literally just goes around, leans over, and then gets back up and walks around. Man, having the save system working is so nice though. We need to add interactables to these. Let's do that now. Lantern, I believe it is. So these two both are just placeables. Interactable currently does handle action. Okay, press E, override in your placeable. This is placeable, so what we need to do is wall lantern. We're gonna do just lanterns. Actually, what do we have? Light post? Okay, we're just gonna do, this is wall lantern. Extends placeable, class, name, lantern. This should keep all the, okay, it doesn't. Dang. Okay, inventory, there is none. Collision shape, no. Interact sound effects, no. We're gonna do a quick load of build wood. Placement type wall, yes. Interactable type toggle, yes. Placeable, wall lantern, item. Quick load, we have to do this. That's annoying. Animation, no. Audio, no. Okay. Then here we can do a lantern open load. Okay. Our light post, we need this. We need all of this. Copy. Go here. Omnilight 3D is Omnilight. Okay, sick. Glowing part we don't need. We kind of need that, but just not yet. Okay, ceiling lantern needs our interactable. Placement sound effects, we're going to do a quick load, build wood. Placement type ceiling, toggle, yes. Placeable ceiling lantern item. Quick load, ceiling oh, come on. Ceiling lantern, not tress. Audio, none. Animation, none. Okay. Yes, my lord. All right. Yes, I should. Here, 1 second. Oops. What just happened? Visible type boolean on base null instance. Omnilight. Ceiling lantern. Wall lantern. Okay, we're gonna do a add export var light Omnilight 3D, and then this is going to be just light, and then on our on lantern we're going to do Omnilight, boom. Ceiling lantern we're going to do Omnilight. Okay, save, play, and then go. I'd love to have, if you have a sec, to have a look at our games and let me know what you think. You don't know what triggered auto mod? Yeah, I don't know. It might be. I don't know what it would be triggering there, or what would be triggering. Okay, so that's good. Nice. Okay, this works. It still has the glowing part, but I can turn these off and on. Nice. There we go. But do you have a like Steam page or what is it? I wouldn't be able to like play anything or anything, but if you have like a Steam page or itch.io or something, then I can take a look. Let me also get my coffee running real quick. I will go get that started. Not a scammer. Is there a games page? Would love your impression of them as they are, but we have one on open playtesting. Okay. Let me take a look. It's Bear Stick Studios is the this right here, and then two of the games. This one is the playtest available. Dueling game. So how does this work then? What is the actual gameplay here? Because I noticed that it showed like, is this like kind of going off of the one move samurai duel sort of thing? Hey, imaginary villain! Thank you for the raid with the party of 6. How you doing, man? How was your stream? Thank you for the raid. Raccoon game was our main game, but we felt after a year that after a year we jumped the shark, so we made a simple, smaller game in scope. Okay, yeah. How goes it? It goes well. Very well, thank you. Thank you for the raid. How was your stream? I really like the artwork, Blackman. Went pretty well, though the alcohol defeated my coding, so I'm not certain it went well after that. Well, I can understand. That can be difficult. I'll show you real quick. Imaginary, if you are interested, I'll show you what we've got going on here. Bit of a cozy survival game. We're only a few weeks into development right now. But I've been able to pull a lot of assets from other games that or other projects that I've worked on. And so we've had a good, nice little head start. But it's going to be kind of a cozy survival crafting, not too heavy on the survival side, more heavy on the cozy side. And like managing this dark forest that you live in. Here I have one creature in the game so far, which is the giant rock golem dude. He right now is just following a very simple loop of he walks around and then he goes and he sits down for a bit. But we have a lot of different mechanics in the game already. We have base building, so you can, build. We have our inventory with items, and we have crafting. You can craft things. A lot of the systems are kind of in place. And what else do we have? Oh, we have like, different crafting stations. Need to fix that right now. Where you can do have different crafting menus that pop up. We have, storage. So we got, we throw things in there. We have, this guy's just chilling. But thank you for the follow too. I appreciate that. But yeah, we've got all of the systems there. Now we just kind of need to build the game around the systems. The base building is pretty much finished. There's just a lot more components we can add because I want to be able to do things like have a bridge that goes across, like a hanging bridge that doesn't look like this, yeah. It would be hilarious if you introduced him as the tiny rock golem dude and then didn't elaborate so people thought there was a massive one lurking somewhere. That is not a bad idea. Just, this is the tiny one. Which implies... real quick though, Darth. I really like the art style, so I was just looking at Darth Bleckman's, who's in the chat right now. His game, this has open playtest, so if anyone is interested, go check it out, called Samurai Standoff. I might try, so the thing is, well, I mean, I could probably do it. I'm doing like a tech fast sort of thing right now, where I don't do any use any technology except for messaging or like messaging apps, or I can do technology when I'm like streaming or working, right? So like right now I can stream and build my game and do all that, but I'm not doing any gaming. I'm not doing any like social media and all that. So I'm not really playing any games, although this would be probably fine for me to, after stream or something, do it. I don't think that counts towards the tech fast because it's kind of related to the game dev thing. But for anyone else, you can go check this out. I still don't really know the mechanic. So Darth, if you want to elaborate, I see there's an A here, so I assume, let's see. Yeah, it is. Okay, testing your reflexes. Quick draw dueling. Ah, okay. So it is like it appears and then you have to just be really fast. Huh, okay. It's just a quick reaction game. There are some other creatures I could add to the game. Let's see here. Rock Golem has what? Class name Rock Golem, character body 3D. He's just a very simple script right now with all of this. I could also change the hammer into a wand. I think we're gonna do that. Into wand, which we're gonna want to do that. We're gonna have to change the naming and all that, and the mesh, of course. But tech-wise, we're implementing a lot of the Steamworks framework. So feel free to ask. This was done in Unity, but I've been on a Godot project before as a producer and did a bit of coding. Oh, okay, nice. What is Steamworks? Like Steamworks framework? Does that have things like, it has like matchmaking and multiplayer, that type of thing? Because I think adding Steamworks with Godot is super easy. I'm seeing some stuff. Okay, so it is, yeah. It is compatible with Godot. But that's cool. And then your other game was this one here. Is this one, you said that you wanted to ship another game, so you did the Samurai one. But this one is still in the works. Am I correct in that? Man, I really like your guys' artwork. How many do you have in this in your like studio, I guess, or in your group? Because the art is just like, this is dope. I love this. That's really well done. Same with on this Samurai one, like really good, cool art style. So if you want to add any of the Steam features to your game, you'll use a package they provide for achievements and other features like networking, for things like matchmaking and lobby. Okay, yeah. Which I would love to make this this game multiplayer at some point, which would require a full rebuild in a way because I haven't set it up for multiplayer. I've also never done multiplayer, so that ooh, I do like how it just like toggles them. There we go. I'm tempted though, because these particles don't really... Is there a way to make these things fade easy. Like, yeah, I don't really know. But I could do like GPU or particle trails as well. I would just need to like look into how exactly that works. On the big project, we were a lot, 6+ people. The Samurai game was just the core of 3. The artists on the project are different. On the Raccoon, it's a collab. The Samurai is a new artist on the team that we hired. Nice, okay. First project grew out of a game jam team. Nice. I've never really worked with a team. It would be fun. But the thing is, like, if I'm gonna work with a team, I would want to make sure that it was a legit project with motivated people, and I have to be one of those motivated people. And I would not want to join a team half motivated and then be like, whoops, and then be like, sorry guys, I don't really have as much time for this. You know, like, if I was gonna do it, I want to make sure I'm committed as well. One second, I'm gonna grab my coffee. However, that being said, if there's one thing that I would potentially hire someone for, or partner with someone for, it would be for things like UI stuff, like icon artwork, those types of things, potentially, because I just don't really have time. There's so much artwork that goes into making games, especially when it comes to like icons and stuff. It's just like difficult. Here, one second. I'm gonna hide my screen for just a second here. Need to pull something up. Okay. On the Raccoon game, we also brought on board an experienced art director that came later, and redraw all the backgrounds and UI from our placeholders, but he preserved all our designs. He just redrew them more professionally. That's nice. Yeah, like icons is something that I would be like very happy to not have to do myself. Okay, then we can do this, Shift O. Okay, that's not too bad. Okay, this will do for now. We're gonna save as 2D icons. We're gonna say light wand, and then we're gonna export that as a PNG export. Go back to our game. Go back to light wand, our actual tool resource. Then we can do a quick load, light wand PNG. Okay. Let's see how this looks. Okay, it's not bad. The icon's like a little small, but it seems to match fairly well. The only thing with wands is they're all gonna look kind of the same. So then it's like, how do I differentiate? Let's do a new one, and let's do the building wand, and let's make it like maybe something like this. This is basically just a hammer. But then we could do stuff like some vining or something. Then we would need to change the mesh. You know what? We're going to call this gather wand. We're going to do that. Then we're going to open. Where's my hammer icon? Stone hammer. Oh, it's in items for some reason. For building, we could do maybe more of a purple. No, that doesn't look good. That's kind of cool. Save and then export as, export, yes. Then we can go back here, we can go open recent, where's our hammer? Or just open, stone hammer, open. First of all, these need to be wood again. Or this stone just needs to be more like that. But what I'm thinking is that this will have a, this will also have a projectile associated with it. The gather one as well, but it will be different. And also this needs to look a little bit more like, almost crystal-y, I guess. Which means maybe in our, yeah, this is what we're gonna do. In our blender, we can take this, we can throw an emission on it. Let's do a 0.5. Okay, that's not bad. I think maybe a little bit darker. Still needs to emit, but just darker. Yeah. then this needs to do some sort of like magical effect, which I could attach that to either to the hammer or to the wand itself. Like, yeah, because these are basically magical tools is what I'm imagining, just like this wand, obviously. We can also do deconstruct animations, of course. Right now, they just disappear. Wall, blip, blip. Okay. Don't mind this. How can I do this? Like, this is what we'll do. Scenes. Build effects. Create a new scene. This is going to be not a character body. What we need is just a GPU particles 3D. Actually, let's just do a node 3D. Build effect. Particles. This is going to have a GPU particles. So it's going to have a GPU particle attractor sphere. New particles, okay, and then we can do quad mesh here. Material, standard material. This thing is going to have a billboard or enabled, okay, perfect. Shading, unshaded. Add, cull mode, okay. Render priority 2, I guess. Okay, now we can get rid of the gravity. The spawn position, or this needs to be a sphere. This here we're going to do 0.2, 0.2. Turn off one shot for now. Okay, so it's all going into the middle. This sphere is going to be a 3. It's explosive. Okay, amount. Let's do 40. Explosiveness is there. We're going to do 0.8, I guess. This attractor sphere needs to have like 5. Radius needs to be like 5. Let's make it like 3. Okay. Explosiveness needs to be higher. Do one shot. This attractor sphere, let's do 40. Okay, maybe. Maybe this is something that could be good, like that just happens at the start. Let's do that. When you build. But maybe we need to match more the color of the build instrument. So something like that. One shot. We can do this at like 2. I don't know if I'm really even going in the right direction here, but timer. We're going to say end life. Queue free. Okay. Okay, we place this component. So we spend the resources. And then we can say, so if it equals null, then we could do func build effects. This is a equipable. What does equipable have? Left click action that. Okay. So it's just that. connection. Okay. If connection, then we do var effects packed scene equals load and then var e node 3D equals effects dot instantiate, and actually we can put this up here. If connection, then e dot global position equals connection dot global position. Else e dot global position equals player dot snap. No, dot connection detect dot snap. What is this? Player. Okay, base builder dot snap. Okay. Global position. Okay. Global.main.add child e. Okay, build effects particles has a auto start. Wait time 3 seconds. When it ends, it does that. Okay. So build effects, if connection, we do that. Effects, player, connection. Oh, this is well, I guess we can just do this either way. Let us see. I see it not. Okay. Okay. Now we can just do this. Different size. Let's say 1.0. Okay, this is not good. This is terrible. it's only happening where the connection is, which is of course not the greatest. Oh no! Is my dude stuck? I thought we had fixed that. I thought we had fixed that. Whatever. We will find a way. Okay, this is just bad. It's what you call bad. This actually needs to be transparent. I forgot about that. Let's not do one shot. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the speed scale. Honestly, sphere mesh. That's what we're doing. Okay, terrible still. Okay. What if we... Okay, let's get rid of this. Orbit velocity. Angular velocity. Direction X. Okay, let's get rid of a lot of these. Okay, so we have velocity inheritance velocity ratio. Okay. Velocity pivot. Radial and orbital. Okay. Pivoting around the Y, I guess. Orbit velocity. Why does that do nothing? So none of these do anything. Just want them to spin around it. What is this, a super hammer? Yeah, it's basically like a magic hammer to build. And so I want some effect with that on the actual build, like whatever you're building. Okay, let's do like 5. Okay, we've got that. That's an acceleration. Radial velocity. What does that do? So this is outwards, okay? Orbital velocity. Curve XYZ texture. There we go. Whoops, we're going to do 5 and 0. Perfect. So now our acceleration, we can get rid of that. Animated velocity, we just have that. Velocity, we have this. Okay. Why is this so insane? This is min 1. Max 1. Okay. I guess that's fine. Position. Sphere, let's do like 2, I guess. Would be nice if it If I can make it just fade away. I could just do that manually with something like the material. Dot draw past 1. Yeah. Okay. Dot material. What? Pass 1 dot says dot radius. How do I grab this? I don't know. Let me go to the bathroom real quick. Oh, we have an ad starting in 1 minute anyway, just a heads up. Be right back. Okay. Ad is still rolling. Oh wow, that is laggy. Okay, that's terrible. This build effects, this is bad. We got to figure out a better way of doing this. Yeah, I think what we do is build effects. Does this. So we have build light. Maybe we do a timer. One shot. Build light. Do something like that. What? Light energy. Then we could do light off. And this is 0.5 seconds. I guess something like that. Just like a little light that pops up when you build. Oh. Oh, that's attenuation. And this. Okay, save that. Okay. Broke. Still bad? get rid of this. Tip the Baker channel. What's up? Just joined to support you, my boy. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you being here. How's your day going, man? Okay, we're getting rid of these. I think really what we need to do so we have the stone and then we have the wood. Copy property path. We need to somehow get this material overlay. And we actually do need this timer. And we can do this. Grab this timer, timeout, blip. Working right now with you on the background. How about you? Doing good. Not too bad. I'm trying to get a good looking effect for when you build. Because basically in this game, I've realized that I don't want the build hammer to just be like a hammer. It's going to be almost more like a magic wand, similar to how this little light wand is. So I want a good effect when you build. There's like, you know, whoops. There's some animations and stuff when you build like that. Those ones are still a lot faster. I think I could do faster still. Anyway, but I want like the hammer itself to do something. Like light up when you swing. And so I've got to grab this material and figure out how to make it emit more. So I could do mesh. Whoops. Okay, it's called cube. But yeah. What are you thinking about Steam Machine? Are you, am I going to buy it? I don't know. The Steam Machine, that's like the, is that a console? Can't remember. I haven't actually looked at it. Dot material. Let me think about this. Emission energy multiplier. Multiplier. This is a one shot. Let's see what breaks. It should tell us what we're doing wrong. Surface on base. Okay, so surface 1 definitely doesn't work. Dot. Is there a material? What do we need? Property, string name, value 2.0, something like that. Can I do it like that? We will see. Let's make this 2 seconds. Okay, it does work. Okay, nice. We're gonna do 0.5 for that, and then we're gonna do like 4.0. Okay. This is where I'm going to use some AI because I'm too lazy to figure out how to do this. I want to just tween between it. I have this code in Godot 4. I want to actually tween the emission instead of hard setting it. Can I do this? I want it to return to your original energy, which is 1. Okay, let's see what Claude tells me what to do. Okay, material has no static type. Okay. Value has no static type. There's no static return type. All right, let's see what this does. It's kind of weirdly doing this, but okay, it's okay, that actually that worked. Nice. What about move multiplayer in constant space? Make it a variable to reuse. Yeah, I mean, I could do that. Let's do, also, we don't need this timer anymore, right? Yeah, we don't. Duration in seconds. I'm gonna do 1.0. Or actually, let's do a 0.2 for this, and then 1.0. Let's see how this looks real quick. The only thing is we're not really reusing that variable anywhere else. Nice. But let's do it anyway because I want to tweak some stuff. Intensity. Eight 8.0. That's good. Very good. Oh, weird. Oh, is my emission the energy multiplier here? I don't know, but that seems fine. What in the... Triangle foundation. What's going on with my triangle foundation? Disable connection. Triangle foundation. 3D. Blip. It's there. How come I can build? I'm not supposed to be able to build if Not supposed to be able to build there. But I think it's because these are foundations. We'll just have to do something about like add some sort of overlapping thing to check that there isn't already something there, because we got rid of the well, let's see here. On our player, let's see, base builder. If we go to our base builder, we have our connection detect, blip. Okay, if it's enabled, then we don't add it. So if it's enabled, or if it's not enabled, then we don't even add it to our connections. So we can't even check if it's there. So what is happening here then? If I do... If I do a foundation and go to ceiling, then I can't build that anywhere. But a foundation, I can do that and just keep building it in the same spot on the same connection. Why? Foundation components is all three of these. This is deprecated. Scan collisions of a placeholder. What do you think? I think that it probably is what we need to do. Like every preview needs to have a collision shape or something. That just checks, hey, are we overlapping with the same thing? Then what I could do is, like, it wouldn't be that hard, but like on this triangle foundation preview, right? We've got this. I could just add a shape that's slightly smaller than this. If you have collisions, make it red color. Yeah, I could do something for that, like taking the material and changing it. The annoying thing is that I have it for all of these, like, I would have to make my preview system more consistent, which is fine. Like, I should probably do that anyway, but. What I'll do is I'll go here. I'm gonna do make previews, have collision area that checks to make sure we aren't overlapping. Another component of the same type. Foundations don't or can currently be placed kind of weird thing is that these connections, like, they shouldn't be... You shouldn't be able to build them on the connection itself. Because it should be a disabler connection. So, like, if I go here, I do foundation. Okay, the moment I move, it's fine. But if I, like, go here... No, okay. Maybe not. I don't know. But we'll figure that out. I do wonder why this gravity isn't working. Maybe it's just that. It's like it only... It only works for like the first frame. That makes it go up, okay. That's so weird. If you have the same type, will it be placeable on a fireplace, for example, or in any other object? I mean, maybe make an array of types that can collide and others that can't. Yeah, that's true. It should be... It should also check collisions with things like... Yeah. It would be better to build that in right away. Also, make sure it checks for collisions with placeables as well. Yeah, that's a good call. Just build it in and be like... Because I can already just check and see, hey, is it colliding with the same type? Because I don't necessarily want it to not be able to collide with every type. Otherwise, I'd have to be very careful with my collision shapes. But like a foundation shouldn't collide with another foundation, because that would mean that they're on top of each other. But if there's a wall or something, it's fine if the wall collides, you know? Nice. We need to get some more materials in here as well at some point. Happy that my QA skills help. Yeah. We do need to get some more materials because right now we've just got like literally 2 colors of brown, but wonder, there's the light wand projectile, omni-light, range, distance fade. So this should be still visible kind of no matter the distance then? Okay, yeah, it is. We could make its volumetric fog energy higher. It's so satisfying. I love watching it go over the water too. That's pretty sick. Okay, that's more realistic. If I do one, then it is a lot more like lighting up the whole area. Which at that point, then maybe I should do like 1.5 for this. I do love that it like turns on and off these lanterns. But this could also be good for like the corruption in the forest. You can clear it out with this. Something like that. I like the magic stick. Yeah, very satisfying. Yeah, especially with the reflections. But I think, so there's going to be more... like there's going to be a lot of this corruption that's happening to the forest and you're clearing it out, so this is kind of like maybe one of your ways of doing that. And maybe there's some way of like doing trying to think. I don't want it to just be like a certain amount of hit points on a scraggly thorn thingy and then it goes away. I'd rather it be like, I don't know. We'll find a way, but I'm happy with this. I may have to be done now because it is I do need to get some work done. But I am very happy with this. Mainly like the look. The look is good. One thing I do want to do is I'm going to go back to my square foundation. And we're going to take this and grab all these. That's at 0.5. Is everything else at 0.5? Yes. But yeah, we'll make that faster again. There's got to be something else I can do for the build. To make it look better. The other thing, I wonder if I go to my base builder. Connection detect. That's that right there. Okay. Yeah. We are gonna have to figure this guy out because he's still loves to get stuck. He doesn't even have any collision. What is he trying to walk to? Anyway, yeah, I'm going to bounce out. Thank you all for watching. Appreciate it. We will catch you all next time. Tip the Baker. Appreciate you being here. Blair, Leo, appreciate you guys. Good to see you guys. In the Twitch chat, Darth Bleckman, Balicha, or Balicha. Thank you for being here. Imaginary Villain, thank you for the raid. Appreciate it, man. And for the follow. But yeah, I'm going to take off. We will see you all later. I'm pretty happy with this progress, though. We're making good headway. Things are at least, like, looking good. We don't really have our gameplay loop yet, but that's coming. It's coming. But yeah, I'll take off. I will hopefully be back on again tomorrow. The next month or so will be a little spotty because I am having my wedding. But after that, should be more consistent. Tip, good luck to you. Hey, you too. Appreciate you being here. I'll see you all later. Peace out. Have a good one.